I'm Mia Scarlet. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to break down the 3 characters in all of Demon Slayer I believe are capable of killing Muzan Kibutsuji. And my picks just might surprise you. But before we dive in real quick, if you love Demon Slayer, breakdowns, character analysis, and anything anime, make sure you like the video and hit the subscribe button. But without further ado, let's just jump right into it. First, a man who needs no introduction, Yurichi Tsugikuni. He is the strongest, a freak of nature, and depending on which side of his blade you meet him at, he is the real Demon King. Most demons who encountered him were dead before their brains could even process what the hell hit them. But because of this, Muzan was completely unprepared when he faced Yurichi. Though honestly, being prepared wouldn't have made much of a difference. When Yurichi encountered Muzan, he cut him so many times, and so deeply, that even centuries later, Muzan still trembles at the thought of him. More importantly, the psychological impact runs deeper than fear, and manifests on a cellular level. The upper moons are seen having involuntary panic responses when encountering Tanjiro, not because Tanjiro's striking resemblance to Yurichi himself, not his earrings or his strength. Their bodies recognize the echoes of Yurichi's presence through inherited cells from Muzan. And when fighting Tanjiro, a Sunbreather, those memories are brought back to light. And despite being able to regenerate his entire body, Muzan still bears visible scars everywhere Yurichi struck him. He has to make a cautious effort to hide them. Permanent reminders that the more you mess around, demon, demigod or not, the more you're gonna fucking find out. Yurichi is the reason Muzan's strategy shifts from dominance to avoidance for the rest of the series. Moving on to our next contender, we have Tanjiro Kamado, Tanjiro's father. In the anime, you might remember seeing him sickly, even speaking to Tanjiro from the afterlife, but there's a lot you need to know about Tanjiro. He was born with the same mark as Yurichi, and as far as we know, he's the only other character in the entire series to be born with the Demon Slayer mark. Those born with the Demon Slayer mark are said to be exceptionally strong, lightning fast speed, and unmatched reflexes, and endurance beyond anything normal humans or demons can handle. Even while gravely ill, Tanjiro could perform the Himo Kami Kagura for hours without getting winded, without taking a break, and with perfect breathing. Even in a state of being gravely ill, Tanjiro is seen decapitating a fully grown bear in an instant. He could also see into the transparent world. All of these abilities mirror Yurichi. Hey, some even theorize Tanjiro is the reincarnation of Yurichi. Here's the thing, I don't think Tanjiro will have to be a swordsman to be capable of killing Muzan. I have a theory here, supported by the context of the story. So suspend your disbelief for maybe a moment, because this is all kind of headcanon. It is not a coincidence that Muzan showed up only after the death of Tanjiro. I suspect that Tanjiro died in the summer, the family was massacred by Muzan in the winter. We know that Muzan made it a point after his encounter with Yurichi to eliminate all Sunbreathers. Naturally, these plans would have led to Muzan finding the Kamado family in Yurichi's old house. And there he would have definitely saw Tanjiro, a man who looked exactly like Yurichi with the mark and all. He would also have been able to see that Tanjiro was terminally ill. You're probably thinking, well, idiot, doesn't that mean he would have attacked sooner if he was there because he could sense that this man was ill? And if you thought that, you'd be fucking wrong, because Muzan saw what Yurichi was capable of in his very last moments. Had he lived a breath longer, he would have killed Upper Moon 1. So under no circumstances was he about to underestimate Yurichi 2.0 just because he can sense that he was ill. Also, it only makes sense that Muzan would have came there before Tanjiro was born, because had he known about the son of the man who looked like Yurichi, he would have stuck around that goddamn mountain just a little bit longer so that he can wait for Tanjiro to show up to kill him too. This would mean that Muzan came to the Kamado house at least 13 years before the start of the series. Saw Tanjiro, and instead of attacking, he was duck and wreck. Had it been anyone else, he would have killed them on spot. He didn't even send underlings to scope out the scenery. He was just like, you know what, I'm gonna sit this one out because it's not worth it. At least not right now. I think given all the evidence, it's safe to say that had Muzan brought his white ass up on that mountain, Tanjiro for sure would have took that nigga to the place he ain't want to go. And last, but certainly not least, Yurichiro Tokito, the flower that died before it could ever bloom. He is the twin brother of Hashira Muichiro Tokito. If you watch closely in Muichiro's backstory, you'll notice Yurichiro is stronger, faster, and smarter than Muichiro. Yurichiro is the superior twin. As you may know, they are descendants of Kokushibo, that son of a bitch. He's Yurichi's older twin, but unlike Yurichi, Yurichiro is the firstborn, like Kokushibo. By coincidence, unfortunately, both Yurichi and Yurichiro both died before their twin brother. Kinda sad. Even more sad, Yurichi and Yurichiro's lives have more parallels than you might have first noticed. Both have a twin brother. Both are named Yurichi/Yurichiro. Both are the strongest twin. Both died trying to save their twin brother from a demon. Both never wanted to be a swordsman. Both adored their twin brother. Both knew their mothers were going to die. And both were potentially born with the Demon Slayer mark. And when I say that for Yurichi, of course we know he was born with the Demon Slayer mark. And for Yurichiro, well, we only ever see him with bangs, so who's to say he didn't have the Demon Slayer mark under those bangs? And I'll also say, both were able to see into the transparent world. There's evidence to support that Yurichiro was capable of seeing into the transparent world, just like Yurichi. And another thing, despite being the weaker twin, Yurichiro became a Hashira in just 60 days, something that would normally take years to accomplish. Yurichiro, already being the stronger twin, could have reached Hashira level in days or weeks of training. Easily would have been the strongest, most skilled, and fastest Hashira, second only to Yurichi. If he had been allowed to live a full life, hey, he very well could have surpassed Yurichi. He alone could have killed Kokushibo, and potentially even soloed Muzan. While I think it might only take him 2 to 3 weeks to reach Hashira level, I don't think he would have been able to defeat Muzan or Kokushibo immediately upon becoming a Hashira, no. But imagine if he had lived instead of Muichiro and fought Kokushibo at the age of 14 like Muichiro. Alone would have forced Kokushibo to use his blood demon art at full capacity just to handle him. Hey, and like I said, he might have even been able to solo Kokushibo. Without a doubt, with an assist like Saname, they could have defeated Kokushibo in a short battle without either of them becoming winded or exhausted. And I think they could have defeated Kokushibo without Saname even needing to use his Demon Slayer mark. Even more time, just half as much as Yurichiro could have soloed Kokushibo in his late teens and soloed Muzan in his mid to late 20s. But hey, that's just a theory, based solely on speculation and my personal observations. Can you believe this took me 2.5 months to create? Well, believe it, because I'm gonna need you to like this video, subscribe, and share, do something. Speaking of believe it, I just watched all of Naruto, Shonen Jump, and Shippuden. How come none of you guys told me Naruto was this good? Needless to say, those videos with Naruto review and character analysis will be coming very soon. If you want to be around to see that, I suggest you subscribe and like the video so I can have a motivation to post this. But alright guys, that's enough for now. Click on this video because YouTube thinks you'll like it.